and it has been a little while since I have done one of these. Since moving over to the East Coast, I haven't had the opportunity to attend a sneaker event, but last weekend, I finally had the chance to do my first East Coast show at Sneakercon, Washington, D.C. Sneakercon has always been one of the best events that I attend. Some of the most amazing kicks are there, some incredible people, and just overall, it's always a good time. Washington, D.C. was certainly no exception, and for their first show in 3 to 4 years, they actually held a 2-day show with a huge attendance. All of the vendors definitely showed up with a ton of kicks in their arsenal, and there was an amazing selection of both some old school and new school heat. This was definitely an amazing show to start off our East Coast adventures. So without further ado, I would like to welcome you to Sneakercon Washington, D.C. 2022. It's about 5:05 and there's already a fuck ton of people in line here. The vibe on the East Coast is already wild, and I'm about to check it out a little bit, see what's going on, see if any of the usual suspects are here, anybody that I know from previous shows. We'll find out real soon, I bet. So by the time we had gotten to the convention center, there were at least a dozen cars in line. It was pretty hectic to begin with, and there were a lot of people waiting outside getting ready for the show. 5:58, and they have opened the doors, about to get into the loading dock area. So we'll check in just a couple of minutes and see where we're at. The loading dock was actually located under the building, which is pretty typical for these types of convention centers. Once we got to the loading dock, it was an all-out sprint to get into the line to make sure that you could secure your place. Finally got the table. We're about to start getting loaded into the venue, and yeah, that's where we're at right now. Even though it sucks to get up so early, when shows are first come, first serve for spots, it's very important. By the time we had unloaded the car and were leaving the venue to park it, there were about 100 more cars in a 2-hour wait to get to the loading dock. Basically all set up at this point in time. We got the stand ready to go for the most part. We're just getting everything priced out. It's about 9 a.m. We got 3 more hours until doors actually open for the show. What I want to do is take you guys on a quick show of the stand, and then we'll do a lap around this place as people are getting set up. Luckily, we were able to get a wall spot, which at a show like Sneakercon is especially important because it provides security behind you as well as a bit of extra space to lay out your entire setup. Once we had finished setting up, it was time to take a lap around the venue. I was really curious to see what some of the vendors would have over on the East Coast, and I was not disappointed at all. There was actually a massive selection of different types of shoes, and not every single stand carried just the flavor of the week type of stuff. I was really impressed to see some of the pre-releases that were on some of the tables, some of the Bape selection that was on some of the tables, and even some of the old school hype that was on some of the tables. It was really cool to see the difference in the types of shoes that were available over on the East Coast as opposed to the West Coast. I was definitely getting really good vibes early on in the day, and everybody seemed to be in a really good mood and really excited for the show. The energy in the building was totally electric, and you could feel that everybody was getting pumped up for the day to begin. It was pretty obvious that a show hadn't been held in the Washington, D.C. area in some time, especially to this magnitude, because people were getting crazy excited and could not wait for the show to begin. Sneakercon DC 2022 has officially begun. Doors are open, people are starting to flood in. Looks like it's going to be quite the day ahead of us. A lot of good vibes around. We got some good neighbors today. Long ass line from my understanding. So let's take a quick look and see what we got. Hey! What do we got? What do we got? Wow! Early in the day. DMR colors. Let's go. Once the show started, the venue got packed in a hurry. You can see in this clip here how it just got heavier and heavier with traffic as the convention center got more and more filled. First sneaker sale of the day. We got homie from Unique Souls here coming through.
Great prices.
Military Force, let's go, let's go.
Pokemon.
Thank you much, homie. I appreciate you being here.
Thank you so much, man. So, hell yeah. Appreciate it, guys.
Yeah, take care. So I got my guy here. What's your name, homie?
My name Figs, man.
Figs.
I love Poke.
Look at those Pokemon cards. He just dropped a bag on some Pokemon slabs. Let's go, my homie Figs. Appreciate you, dude.
You know, dog.
Thanks for coming through. Day one stayed incredibly busy, and throughout the course we had more and more people come to the stand. It was really great to sell so many pairs of shoes as well as a ton of Pokemon cards. Oscar in the building. Oscar, what'd you just get, my man?
Got the new shoes, bro.
UNC 6s, you got a fucking steal on those. Thank you much, homie. Appreciate you coming through. We are about halfway through the day, and it's about time to go take a lap because this place is absolutely hopping. East Coast, Beast Coast, baby. We gotta go find out what's happening. We got some familia in the building. The homie Ron checking in, trying to sell some golf carts. PSA 10, Rory McIlroy, oh my God. Lola holding down the fort behind the stand. Let's go see what we can find. Sold a couple of pairs, a couple of Pokemon cards. We're making some room. Let's have a day today. Honestly, just walking around the building was a little bit overwhelming because of how massive it was and how many people were in attendance. What's going on? How are you?
Not bad, yourself?
Doing pretty well, man. Doing pretty well. What year are these?
01?
01, nice. Nice, man. Cool. That's dope that you're doing this right on the spot right now.
Yeah.
I just finished up a couple pairs this week doing some reviews myself, and it was hectic. It was real hectic. Make sure you follow these guys for some restoration work, man. They put in some good work here. It's looking real solid, real solid. It remained crazy busy throughout the entirety of the day. And even walking through the trading pit was pretty overwhelming because some of the people that were in the trading pit had brought just as many shoes as some of the vendors and had set up spaces that looked very similar to vendor spaces. There were thousands of shoes in the trading pit alone. Here we go. Now we're all set up.
A little bit different now.
There we go. That's the vibe. Gotta love the babe. Absolutely gotta love the babe.
A lot of kids today.
Good, man. Glad to hear it. Good for you. Hey, good luck for the rest of the day, man. But before I leave, where do the people find you?
Operation XCI.
There we go. Awesome, man. Appreciate you. I was walking back over to the stand when I heard somebody yelling over a loudspeaker about throwing a shoe, so I decided to stop and watch.
You are not ready to catch a shoe, walk away for a second. You are not ready to catch a shoe, walk away for a second. Okay, be careful, I swear to God. It's a shoe.
Turns out it was YouTuber Blazendary who was giving away a shoe.
Yo, why did I leave? Why did I leave?
I kept walking back over to the stand and along the way grabbed a Monster and stopped by the private selection stand. At the private selection stand, they had a ton of early release pairs of kicks, and I'm not gonna lie, it was quite impressive to see the lineup that they had ahead of their actual release dates. By the time I got back to the stand, traffic was still kicking and we still had a ton of customers coming through. Yo, we got another Pokemon sale here. We got a 6-pack of Brilliant Stars. What's your name, homie?
Albert.
Albert's getting
from
some
Maryland.
Brilliant Stars.
Yes, sir.
From Maryland. He's a Maryland native. Hell yeah. Where do the people find you?
Instagram, Opulent Albert or Abarca Albert.
There we go. Opulent Albert. What a name. What a name. I love it. After making a couple of quick sales, the homies from the New Life Kicks crew came through, and we had one of the best interactions I had all day. All right, yo, so right now, I am with the New Life Kicks crew. Number one, they're blessing the boy with some Just Suede and some new Antidote. You guys have seen me. I use this all the time.
See it.
All the time. This product's fucking amazing. The next generation of suede care and sneaker care in general. So make sure that you guys tap in with them. New Life kicks, but we're gonna bless them back in return. We got a pair of the OG Laser Air Jordan 20s.
Yes,
they're
sir.
getting those guys. They're gonna do a complete restoration on them, and they're getting a fucking steal of a deal on them. So.
Hey man, I love your work, man. I love what you do, man. Hey, keep it going. Keep people along on your journey, man. And you stay healthy, you stay blessed, man. Your whole team. Thank you, man. I appreciate you, man. Much love, man. If you're gonna do some more work, man, just be on the lookout in your inbox. Because we actually.
Now, I'm not lying when I say that New Life Kicks has some of the best sneaker cleaning products on the market today. I was very blessed and fortunate that they came by my stand, and I'm sincerely looking to do more work with them in the future. So thank you so much for the product. Just hit 6 o'clock. We got about an hour left in the show. I'm gonna do one more quick cruise around, see what we can find, see if anything's going on to end the day. Even though it was 6 o'clock and the show was going to end in about an hour, the venue was still absolutely packed and vendors still had tons of customers at their stands. It was pretty wild to see how many people were still in the venue, because typically when the show gets about an hour away from closing time, the venue starts to empty out pretty substantially. Today, things were a little bit different and the venue was still packed as it was at the beginning of the day. People were still making sales left and right, and there were crazy lines, especially at the booths that were buying sneakers. I was blown away by the number of people that were standing in some of these lines trying to off a few pairs before they left the venue for the day. Walking around, the energy was still pretty electric, but you could tell that most of the vendors were tired from a really long day at work. Getting to the venue at 4 a.m. and then vending until 7 p.m. is definitely very draining. And you could tell that everybody was getting a bit tired. It seemed like most people had had a pretty good day as far as sales were concerned, based off of the number of sneakers that I saw missing from their shelves though.
Day 2, it is about 10 past 5. We are a little bit further ahead in line. Definitely not quite as many people chilling outside their cars. Long day yesterday, very long day. We were up at 4:45. We were in DC until about 10:30. Didn't get back to the place that we're staying until like 11:30. Didn't fall asleep until probably 11:45. And then we were up at 3:45 again. It's been a long day and a half so far, and we got another full day of work ahead of us. Let's take a quick look and see exactly what it looks like as far as the line is concerned. So we got a few, maybe like 10-ish cars, not even 10. 8 cars total, we're number 6. So we just gotta play the waiting game now before they'll let us in. We'll check in a little bit.
We are here and set up. It's about 10:20. Again, got here at about 5 a.m. in the morning. We got a different location today, and we actually were able to set up a second table in its entirety. Let's go ahead and check it out right fast. Day 2, I was able to get a slightly different spot that was still a wall spot, but it had a ton of extra surface area, and I was able to set up a second table, which made things a lot easier for the remainder of the day. After getting all set up, I decided to take a nice early lap around the building to see what was going on. Day 2 definitely appeared to be a bit quieter than day 1, and energy levels were definitely running quite a bit lower. Hey, how we doing? How we finished out yesterday? Oh shit! Okay. So this was the pickups yesterday, and it's now becoming what we're selling today. Yep. Fucking right. Well, best of luck today. See you around. After catching up with the Sneak City, I continued my journey around the venue where I ran into this individual who had some of the most unique clothing I've seen. Yo, what size is that hat? I think that's my size.
Yes, sir. It is. It is.
That's so sick, bro.
You want it? It's all yours.
That's amazing.
Thank you, brother. Thank
Looks good, man. Looks good. There they are. We gotta find out. Okay, custom rugs. Tell us a little bit about it.
Here's the
rugs, your logo, any size you want, up to 8 feet.
Damn, that's a good size rug. And we also got the kicks as well. Fucking righteous. Where do the people find you?
Shopforthesoul.com.
Thesoul.com. Alright, rock on. Making so many connections day 1 turned out to be a huge benefit, because walking around on day 2, I felt like I had friends all over the place. So just in general, it's a lot quieter here today. There's not nearly as many people. Just like The volume is down a bit, like quarter till 11, and vendor doors are supposed to close at 11. There's still mad tables open for vendors right now, so I don't know if that means that people ain't coming back today or what's going on. How'd we do yesterday?
Really good. It was our best show ever.
No way. Good stuff. Okay.
Cruising along, as you can see, we're pretty
I was gonna say, like, yeah, the shelves here, look at these guys. Man, they sold a bunch.
Hey man, best of luck.
Yeah, you too, you too. It's always an absolute pleasure, so we'll be catching up real soon, okay? But wait a second, where do the people find you?
The Don's Luxury Goods, we're on the App Store now or on Instagram.
Shit, look at that. The App Store, you got your own app?
Yeah, we have our own app now.
Damn, doing it big. All right, be easy, guys. Doors are officially open. It's like 12:15, and I don't know, the traffic is not that heavy right now. We've had a lot of people come through the stand and actually check out the customs, which is always dope. But yeah, just kind of slow right now. It just doesn't seem like there's as many people here. Doesn't seem like there's as many vendors today even. Like there's still a lot of empty stands here, so that's kind of strange. Take a quick look around. You guys can see everything in action. Day number 2 definitely started off quite a bit quieter than day number 1. There just weren't as many people that were flooding into the building once the doors opened, and from my understanding, the line was a lot shorter on day number 2 as well. As I walked around, you can see that the place just wasn't quite as crowded, although there still were a pretty substantial number of people. There were still some amazing kicks though, and I gotta say, some of these tables carried nothing but heat and hype. It is currently 4 o'clock. We've been up and at 'em for 4 hours. It's definitely slower today on Sunday than it was yesterday. That being said, we still sold some Pokemon cards. We still sold some kicks. We got a lot of people coming through, seeing what's up and checking out the customs, so that's always good. Just check in real fast. You guys can see exactly what it looks like, and then we'll do a quick lap around so you guys can see what the traffic is like today. Day number 2 definitely remained pretty busy, but it just wasn't quite as busy as day 1. Because of this, I had a little bit more time to kind of pop around the venue and see what was going on and check out some of the stuff that other vendors had available for sale. There was a really unique selection of sneakers here, which is something way different than I saw over on the West Coast, where it seemed to be more flavor of the week at every single show that I went to. I could see that there was a really diverse selection of kicks here, and it was really neat to see that not everybody was carrying the same type of inventory. 6 o'clock, 1 hour left in the show. We've already started packing up a bit because it's slowing down pretty substantially, but there's still enough time for me to take another lap, show you guys who the stragglers are that are still around trying to get some last minute deals. The end of day 2 was definitely quite a bit less packed than the end of day 1. I took a lap so I could say goodbye to everybody and ended up running into one of the individuals that inspired me to start my YouTube channel. How'd it all turn out for you guys? Went pretty good, man. Not too shabby. Sold a lot of Pokemon cards.
Oh, that's sick, man. That's awesome.
That's awesome. Good stuff.
Hell yeah.
You guys sell out?
We
Basically?
Yeah. It's crazy than we expected. It's nuts.
Not bad at all.
Look at the UB sign, turn around, it's the monster. They don't give them out for free.
Cool. That's why I thought they cost money. Laura's like, no, they're free. I'm like,
I feel like I'm trying to give them away for free, dude.
I want to give a huge shout out to SB Mitch. He's one of the most humble guys that I know in the sneaker world, and without him, I probably wouldn't have gotten into beater boxes and YouTube. So thank you so much for the inspiration.
Dude,
it's happy hour. It's happy hour at the Monster stand. As I finished up my lap around the place, I ended up running into a couple of other friends that I had met the day before. Hey! How'd we do?
that's good.
Finish that okay?
Yeah, that's good.
Glad to hear it. Glad to hear it. Yeah, today was definitely a slower day. Well, absolute pleasure meeting you guys. All right, be easy, guys. Like, I just want to point out this scene behind me. There's no one at these tables. They've already bounced out. It's crazy to see that. Like, normally everybody's here until 7, but I guess not today. And just like that, day 2 had come to a close. 7:39, end of day 2. Sneakercon DC 2022. Day 2 definitely a bit slower than day 1, a little bit quieter. Didn't make quite as many sales, but still had an okay day sales wise. Overall, a little bit of a slower show in general, but we also had less inventory than normal. That's definitely part of it. It was a lot of fun. Met a ton of cool people. Definitely starting to plant the seeds over on the East Coast. But I will say the Washington DC Convention Center sucks dick. That place was so inconvenient to get out of. Parking was absolutely horrendous. I'm sorry, the staff there just was not very helpful. Really disorganized as far as getting people in and out of that building. Sneakercon did a really good job of trying to enforce the policies for the actual facility, and they were really on top of things, trying to guide us through the entire time. But man, they were putting some crazy regulations in. Like, we only had 20 minutes to unload our cars in the morning, and there were some groups that had brought thousands of pairs of kicks. I've never seen anybody unload 2,000 pairs of kicks in 20 minutes. Doesn't really seem to add up all that well. We made it though. Great first show as far as the East Coast is concerned, and we got a lot more coming up in the near future. Thank you guys for tuning in for today's video. Let me know what you guys thought about this Sneakercon in the comments below. Drop a like, subscribe to the channel, hit up the website www.sailboatsupplies.xyz, and of course, follow me on social media at Sailboat Supplies. Thank you to everybody that stuck around until the cold, bitter end of this video. I'm Sailboat, and I'm out of here.